...7 a.m. Sunday morning. Heading to Jerusalem now to Hometalk HQ to begin the week. Gonna be a great day there, and a great week overall. Some big news, potentially big news, to announce this week, but you're gonna have to be patient for that. Let's do this. Whether to bring the drone today. When I left the house, the sky was perfect for droning. I just got here and I'm pretty glad I didn't bring the drone. Look at the fog. Yeah, that would have been the worst droning footage ever. So kicking off the week here Sunday morning at Hometalk HQ, meeting these fine folks. Who are you guys?
So my name is Deborah Cohn. I'm a marketing professor at New York Institute of Technology.
Okay.
This is my husband.
I'm Barry Cohn. I'm a financial advisor back at home, and also I have an art studio where I'm a potter. I did that as a love and a hobby.
Love that. Okay, so what are we doing here?
So I'm working on a research program, a grant-sponsored program, where I'm studying how social media is used in the workplace. Okay. And so I came to meet Hillel so he could tell me his thoughts on it.
Well, I feel like we've been connected online for a while now.
Yeah, it's been about 1.5 to 2 years. My daughter Betty came to Israel on a program, well, first on Birthright, and then she extended it on a program called Project Beyond. She came and she met people from different companies, and they had talks and programs to show them what it could be like to have a career and live in Israel. And she had an opportunity to meet with Hillel at that time for that program. And she came home all excited with that, and I started following some of the people that she met.
That's awesome. And so you reached out, you said you're doing this research in social and just kind of wanted to talk about it. And so we just sat and did this whole thing, and it's going to be published internally, right?
We're going to write a research paper. It'll be anonymous. We're not going to use any names, but we're interviewing a number of people, and we did it in New York, and now we're trying to see how it might be different in Israel among people who work in startups.
So the topic of your paper, I think, is ironic, because the topic of your paper is relationships and social, and so we've connected on social, which is so interesting. I feel like I always say, I always kind of catch myself saying, oh, it's a good friend, and then the person I'm talking to says, did you meet that person? I'm like, no, I never met them, but we're good friends. Because in today's world, you could be friends with someone even though you never met them, right? It's interesting. I met people after being connected online for like a decade, and I felt like we were close friends. It's really interesting. But anyway, it was fantastic to meet you guys, and come back to Israel soon. How long are you here for now?
So it's a 2-week trip. First we were in Haifa, and we delivered a paper there from the beginning of the part of the research. And then we were in Tel Aviv a little, now we're in Jerusalem. So it's a full 2 weeks.
How's the view here?
The view is amazing.
It's amazing. It's unbelievable.
And you're going to check out Hometalk for your pottery.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, great to meet you guys, and let me know if I can help with anything else. And yeah.
Thank you so much.
Very fascinating. Fascinating to read the paper.
We'll send you the paper when it's published. Absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for coming.
Thank you very much.
Who are you?
My name is Moe Mernick.
There aren't many things that I'm a fanboy of. I'm an Apple fanboy. I'm not ashamed to say it. And I'm a Moe Mernick fanboy. By the way, what's with your brother? How is he like, he just took a picture with the boxer this morning. Did you see that?
Floyd Mayweather.
How is he like so connected, your brother? It's crazy. Well, that's another topic for another time. But anyway, so I'm a Moe Mernick fanboy for a whole bunch of reasons. So let's just start from the beginning. Where are you from originally?
Toronto.
Toronto. I love Toronto, by the way. I'm a huge Toronto fan. Okay, and you wrote a book. Can we talk about that for a second?
Sure.
What's the book called? The Gift of Stuttering. This book brings inspiring to a whole new level. So Moe grew up with a stutter, and I would say most people with a stutter would view that as, I don't know what the word is, limitation, it's holding them back, and maybe for a while you did feel that way. But fast forward now 10, 15, 20 years, and you're speaking around the world, and you've made a career of speaking. So you didn't just get over that quote-unquote limitation, you've actually embraced it and gone farther than most people go in that field, which is speech, which is remarkable to me, and that's one of the reasons I'm a fanboy of you, among many others. So you're head of Biz Dev here at Hometalk. I mean, you make the magic happen, because it's all about Biz Dev, it's all about the relationships, it's all about the connections. I know your own, listen, we gotta give your own, he's the CEO, all right, credit where credit is due, but I mean, also credit where credit is due for you. I mean, you're doing pretty unbelievable work here, I think.
And the 70 others here in the company, it's all a team effort.
He's a modest guy. Okay, so just give me real quick, like 20-second background. Grew up in Toronto, then what?
I wanted to be an actor as a kid. I stuttered a lot, as you heard from Hillel, so I decided to take some roles as an extra in movies and television shows. I was in Degrassi High with Drake and The Pacifier with Vin Diesel and Cinderella Man with Russell Crowe and Frosted Flakes commercial with Tony the Tiger, many others.
I did not know that.
Oh no?
No.
Can I show you a clip with Lindsay Lohan, Megan Fox, and me?
I would like to see
I'd be
that.
happy to show you that. Me standing between Lindsay and Megan with my keep on, actually. I'd be happy to show you that.
Most random thing I heard all day. Hey, go on, please. Yes.
So, wanted to be an actor, shifted off once I kind of spent a lot of time behind the set and realized what life in Hollywood was like, and it was not the type of life that I wanted to lead. I was more on a finance track through university. I finished early through my book. There's a lot more of that story in there. And then I got pulled out to Central Europe on an internship for a few months to go and help with the Water Foundation. That kind of got me with the bug of nonprofit and helping people. And as 19, finished university, I was actually just offered a job to run a center in Hamburg, Germany for the Water Foundation. And I decided to shift off my finance track at the time, move to Germany, try to learn as much of the language and the culture as I can.
Speak German?
And speak some German.
You really?
Ich kann ein bisschen Deutsch, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I don't want to tell you what I hear when I hear German. It's not good for me.
So very important to note that Germany today, while Berlin is a cosmopolitan city, Germany is a thriving economic country, but I did not go there for those reasons. There's about 100 to 200,000 Jews living in Germany today that were brought in from the former Soviet Union after the fall of the wall, and there's barely any educational infrastructure there for them. So I went there to teach and to help and to...
I was just invited to a Google event in Krakow, and I could not go. Like, I could not bring myself to go. And it's like, actually, like, it's going to take a hit on my career. Like, this is actually helpful for me because they bring experts from around the world, and that's where I meet all the other experts and network and build my relationship with Google. And it would have helped me a lot to be there, but I just said to them, I'm like, I just cannot bring myself to go. Like, it's like right there. It's where it all happened. I can't bring myself to go there. But
Have you ever spent time there?
no, I never been to Germany, never been to Poland,
Poland's a very powerful place. Poland's a very powerful place. I brought some groups there to Poland. Very, very powerful.
All right,
I wouldn't recommend to go there for work, but if you're going there for other purposes, to appreciate where we come
let's
from.
swing back. So you came to Israel.
I spent years in nonprofit. I was in Australia. I was in Vancouver. Lived around the world a little bit, helping out various organizations. I then kind of moved to Israel, made Aliyah, whole story. I did my MBA and I got involved with a number of startups since then.
You've been at Hometalk for how long now?
18 months.
18 months. Tell me about Hometalk. I mean, you guys have heard me talk about Hometalk. I keep saying it's a remarkable company, but now let's hear about why it's such a remarkable company. Give me some numbers.
We have nearly 14 million members on Hometalk, about 66 million monthly visits, 400 million page views, about 300 million video views a month. Those are all the numbers. But behind the numbers, though, is really that inspiration, that passion, helping people improve their homes through DIY.
Okay, so just back up a little. Those numbers are astronomical. So the company raised, what, $300 million? How much money? 400? How much? $1 billion? How much money did the company raise? External capital, how much? $0 Fully bootstrapped. One remarkable thing about Hometalk. Second remarkable thing about Hometalk. Where are we in Herzliya? Silicon Valley? Where are we? Where are we right now?
The holiest city in the entire world.
In Jerusalem, but not just in Jerusalem, because there are a lot of startups in Jerusalem. Where are we in Jerusalem?
We're in a very non-techie area in Jerusalem. I say we got a gorgeous view and it's a great setup, but we're not exactly involved in the typical startup scene here. We've never been. It's not the culture, it's not who we are. We haven't raised outside capital. We're not running around to try to get more PR and press. Hillel has been around recently, which has helped a lot in terms of the branding. But in general, we're just trying to focus on what we do. And
we're in Givat Shaul. Let me just tell you where that. Like, we're in Givat Shaul. We're like 2 seconds away from Har Nof. This is a very ultra-Orthodox neighborhood. No tech here. In fact, can you give me like a breakdown of the team? Because it's a very diverse team, to say the least. That's like the understatement of the century. I mean, you'll see everything. It's just, there are kind of rules of startups, and Hometalk breaks them all. Just all of them. Just like, check. You know, everything that you think is normal, they do the opposite. And the growth here is astronomical, completely insane. You know, talking to the biggest companies out there, about partnerships, about investments. The company's just focused head down on execution and scale, and it's working. It's remarkable. And so what do you focus on in terms of your day-to-day? Because I know you do a lot, but just break it down for me.
3 primary areas. Number 1, the external partnerships, Lowe's, Home Depot, Pinterest, some of the others. Ensuring that we're able to grow the company in ways and partner with the right companies for growth.
How's Pinterest HQ, by the way? How's the office?
Beautiful.
I've never been.
Beautiful. San Francisco, just there a little while ago.
One day I gotta go. All right, yeah, go on.
And I've got to say, on the Pinterest side, it's a great win. We just ran an influencer program on Pinterest itself, and we're growing the company through those channels. What's interesting on Pinterest, in the terms of use, it wasn't allowed. So just last week, they let out a whole post on their website how these types of programs are allowed based on the feedback. And we're very excited. So we celebrated last week in the WINS meeting about how we're able to influence companies like
Hold on. You said WINS meeting. Let's explain what that is, because I love that. Once a week, the entire team sits and discusses the weekly wins. And that provides positive reinforcement, that provides encouragement, and it's just a very, I'm not saying other companies don't do that, but it's a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing. People that have wins that week get up, speak in front of the whole company, not in a I did this kind of thing, but like, look what we've accomplished.
Yeah, and it's great to start the meeting by just shout out. So if you want to shout out to a developer, a designer, a colleague who did something great, who was able to help you with something and we just instituted something last week for the first time to start off with fails. How we failed, what we did to fail. If we missed an A/B test, if we missed some sort of feedback, what we could do better next time. And people publicly stand up and say, this is what I did wrong, and this is the way we can learn.
I love that. So that was the first thing. The second and third thing that you do here?
Great, so I also oversee some of the e-commerce growth. So we're exploring various channels in e-commerce, such as subscription kits and affiliates and e-learning, kind of helping oversee that area of growth. And number 3 is an influencer program that we run on both Pinterest and on Facebook, growing the company, growing the reach that we have, which has generated about 250 million visits to the website through the program that we have through publishers and celebrities.
Give me some celebrity names that have worked with you. Come on, throw it. Come on, stop being so humble, man.
So some of the celebrities that share our video content, from George Takei to Jordan Sparks to Charlie Sheen, Ludacris, Nelly, some others like that.
So awesome. Okay. We're sitting here. I'm just going to repeat all this. In a company in Givat Shaul, in an ultra-Orthodox neighborhood in Jerusalem, building a platform with zero external funding, and our content, or I should say, the company's content is shared by the world's largest celebrities. It's bonkers. How do you explain it? No, really, give me an explanation. How do you explain it? Because you're a very logical guy. No, don't pull God into this. We'll talk about God in a second. There's got to be a logical explanation. What is it? How do you think this happened? All right, he's going to say God again. All right, fine. Now, if you look at our lives, everything's been democratized, right? It used to be that for me to have a voice, I need a PhD in journalism. I'd be a writer for the New York Times. Then I'd have influence. Now, anybody has a voice, right? Twitter. That's been democratized. Influence has been democratized, right? Transportation. I needed to be a cab driver, Now, Uber. Democratized, right? Hospitality. I need to have $1 billion to build my hotel. No more. Airbnb. Democratized. Building my home. I used to have to pay thousands of dollars to go take some professional to build my home. No more. Hometalk. Democratized. DIY. Tell me more about that.
Regular people doing regular things, and that transforms ordinary to extraordinary.
And you go to Hometalk and it's inspiring. It's a huge community, astronomical, massive in numbers. It's very much supportive and helpful, and people have ideas, they execute the ideas with the help of the community, and it's also very interesting to see like the WhatsApp group of the company and everyone doing their own DIY. It's also pretty cool. But listen, I feel like one day I'll do a DIY project through Hometalk, and then we know we can like a big check that we've accomplished. Because I have 2 left hands. I am horrible at this stuff. Horrible. But one day,
just as a recommendation, not just watch the videos on Facebook, and those are all fun and viral and they're cute, but I recommend just to go on the site, hometalk.com, and if you're not going to do a project, hop onto the discussions forum, post a picture of any room in your home that you want help with. You want to add a picture to a wall, you want to reorganize some furniture, post a picture, ask the community for their insight, and see what happens.
So last week we had a nice, I think you guys saw it on the vlog, there was a nice feature on Forbes, an entire feature on Hometalk. That was pretty epic. But anyway, listen, tell people how they can contact you if they want to talk to you about, I don't know, a partnership or about the content or about Hometalk in general. Are you cool giving out your email? You could say no.
Absolutely.
Yeah? All right. Tell the camera.
Moe@hometalk.com. It's
MOE
MOE@hometalk.com.
Doesn't get much easier than that. Moe@hometalk.com. Contact the guy. I mean, he's one of the more inspiring people I know, not only because of what he's doing at Hometalk, what he's accomplished throughout his life. How old are you?
30.
30 years old. I didn't realize how young you were. That's crazy how much you've done it. Oh my God. I'm actually jealous right now that you've accomplished so much at the age of 30. That's really impressive. 30 years old. He wrote a book. He's running this multi-million. Oh my God. Amazing.
But one of my proudest accomplishments, though, and I'll share it whether you want to edit it out, I've been studying a daily page of the Talmud, which is an ancient Jewish text. There are 2,711 pages. In the entire Jewish world, there are tens of thousands of people worldwide that are studying the same page every day. It takes 7.5 years to complete the cycle. When I went to university and started to work, I decided the way to consistently study was to study that same page a day. It was my dream, my long-term dream, to one day not only study the day, but to teach a group of people that page every day. And several years ago, when I was living in the Tel Aviv area, and I was doing my MBA around that period of time, I realized that there's a lot of people from all over the world that would love to study the English Talmud, but there was nobody there who was teaching the class. And I decided, let's give it a shot. I don't feel like I'm worthy. I don't feel like I have the right knowledge base, but let's give it a shot. I put word out there on Facebook, and a bunch of people showed up, and we started to study together. It's now nearly 3 years later, and I'm continuing to teach that page a day. And it's one of my greatest,
amazing.
personally for me, it was a long-term goal.
Amazing.
And it's that just mentality of just do it. Just
Love
do
it.
it, make it happen, become accountable and make it happen. And I wish every one of you here big dreams and to achieve those dreams and make life happen.
I hope I can come to that lesson at some point.
Hillel is going to come sometime soon, and
I just want to say that I fundamentally agree with what you just said in terms of checking things, marking things off of your professional and personal bucket list. I try not to leave things on my bucket list. By the way, the last thing that was on my bucket list that is no longer on my bucket list is to vlog, literally. Anyway, Mo, keep doing what you're doing. I love it.
Thanks.
Totally pulled you away from work, and I told him he has to get on. Because like 3 weeks I've been promising to interview him, so we finally got him on camera. That's awesome. You know, first you had the beard, you got all these excuses, so no more. But yeah, listen, man, let's just keep rocking, keep doing what you're doing. This thing is just like a rocket ship. It's just like, phew. So I'm excited to see where it goes next, and yeah, hopefully be able to partner and do good stuff for a long time into the future.
amen.
I was gonna shake your hand, but the cool kids do. Fist bump nowadays, so cool. Oh man, I just had some seriously good shawarma. Who are you? What's your name?
Barak.
Alak, that was some good shawarma. Your secret there, you have a secret like weapon here.
Yeah.
What do you put in the shawarma?
I cannot tell you.
Oh, come on.
Kill you.
Haha.
It's a lot of spices.
But there's something on the plate there that you put on that plate.
The garlic sauce.
Garlic sauce in
Yeah.
shawarma. Heaven. That was awesome. I'm gonna come back here.
Thanks.
Never been here.
Nice
great.
to meet you.
Definitely coming back.
Hope to see you again.
You will see me again.
Thanks.
Loved it. How was the shawarma, Mo?
Phenomenal.
Good stuff. Thank you for bringing me here, man. I'll be back. Walking in the holy city of Jerusalem, I bump into this one. Who are you?
Julia. Hi.
The one and only. What do you mean, Julia? Where did we originally connect? You remember?
When I was at 83 North.
No,
working as-
before that.
Before that,
Yes.
at DLD, which is coming up again.
Before that.
When I wrote to you?
No,
Before I
you
went
wrote an
on the air?
amazing article,
Oh, thank you.
right? About
Yeah.
the entire ecosystem, right?
Well, I remember.
I didn't make that
I
up.
appreciate it.
That was an amazing article. It was one of the most comprehensive articles about the Israeli ecosystem I've ever read.
It was very nice of you to say.
And then you worked at 83 North, and
Yeah.
now what are you doing?
I'm looking for my next thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
So at the moment, we're bringing 25 Ivy League interns here next summer.
Really now?
Composing sort of business, politics, and religion together.
You get stuff done.
For 10 weeks. Teaching them a dosha, and also on the board of Dreamy, a tech company.
I know Dreamy.
Yeah, we're a
They
big
made me a
fan.
thing. I'm not the target, but they made me a cute little thing. I like her.
Yeah,
But,
she's doing great things.
I understand that they're doing great things. Okay,
and
cool.
possibly becoming an Israeli scout for a British corporate.
So how about let me ask the question different. What are you not doing? Doing a lot of things.
Thank you.
You're like me, I
Yeah.
have professional ADD. I love it.
Very happy. Professional ADD, good words.
Thank you. Coined it myself.
Look at your purple suit, which looked great, pre-Shabbat.
Thank you, thank you.
And
What are you doing in
yeah,
Jerusalem right now?
I'm about to move here, so I'm moving to Baka.
My parents live in Baca.
Very nice.
Cool. Amazing place.
And I'm just teaching at a middle at the moment, business ethics. And
Amazing.
how to be an Orthodox woman in the workplace.
Love that.
So yeah, I'm making it all work, eh?
Rock on.
Trying at least.
Amazing. Well, good
Yeah.
luck. Let me know how I can help.
I appreciate it.
All right. Pretty great day today. Pretty great way to start the week. Also, I have some pretty astronomical news to announce, but I can't announce it just yet. Couple of days. Be patient. Tomorrow's gonna be a great day. See you then.